forms. So IMS, just to give you some background on us, we've been in business for over 30 years. We're one of Kodak's top integrators in the United States. We are also one of ABBYY's 18 platinum resellers in the country. So we work with them a great deal on data capture. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Our company really is a capture-based company. I've been doing this a long time, and we're always, for the most part, focused on the front end. How do you efficiently get documents and data into your document management system or into your workflow? So, professional services, integration. The other thing is that most of what we do is very customized to our clients, and we really try to do the best we can for them. We always talk about spending their money like it's our money, and really do follow that principle here at IMS. For that reason, most of our customers that we've had for a very long time. So we really are focused on helping them doing the right thing. To get straight to the insurance side of it, there are certainly many challenges for you as you process and work with information and data coming into your organization. The influx of electronic documents is growing rapidly, as you're all very aware. The number of documents coming into organizations is still growing, while maybe not so many are still coming in as paper like they did in the past. You're still getting an enormous amount of documentation, and them now are coming as PDFs that someone has already scanned or already created somewhere. But at this point, it's just a dumb image. You have to get the information off of it. Argued paper documents coming in, faxes, you still have to be able to process and get completed. Minimize the spend identifying document types and doing document prep as you get ready to scan them or as you're sorting them as they're coming to you electronically. Reduce the amount of time you spend on manual data entry, which is always a very high cost within any organization. Data capture accuracy, making sure that you're getting good data as you're entering it or capturing it along the way. There's no mistakes. Here that I think there's a lot of fun, and that is, we live in a fast-paced world today. So your business processes need many times to keep up with what customers expect from a turnaround standpoint and getting back to them and get their application or whatever might be processed. And so things that we're all working very hard to be faster at what we're doing to meet our customers' expectations. Of course, anything that has to do with insurance, there's compliance and the penalties around it if you don't get things processed or completed in a timely fashion. So these are challenges that we're going to talk about, and in those challenges, we're going to talk about some of the different types of documents that come to you and the kinds of things that we can extract information from. So we kind of break documents down into three categories. First one is fixed forms or structured documents. So that's something that comes in and looks the same all the time. You have enrollment forms, you have claim forms, surveys, change requests. These are all specific forms that you know exactly on the page where a piece of data is going to be located. So options today allow you to look in those specific areas and read that information electronically, not having to do manual data entry. So second type of documents that you receive in are what are called semi-structured documents. Documents where you know what data is going to be on the form, but really know where it's going to be located at. So these are things like an invoice, EOB, which comes to you, purchase orders, some types of claims. If they're printed electronically, they may have claim information on them, but they may not be on any specific form. So this is where the greatest growth in the technology has been over the last few years, and that's the ability to read this information and find it on a document no matter where it's located. And then documents that come to, we kind of classify those as unstructured. There are things like correspondence, letters, in the insurance you receive all types of these every day. People are electronic documents, they're emailing you, they're asking different questions or looking for different services from you. And up till now, this has always been very difficult to work with, but there are some things today that we'll show you that can help with those types of documents as well. So those are the three types of documents that can be structured. And this is what I talk a little bit about is from ABBYY. This is specifically about ABBYY and the presentation and the demo that we're going to show you later. But you could also, this is the available technology today. These are things that you should be thinking about as you look at your business process that you might be able to implement to improve how you're doing it. And while we hope you would like to work with IMS and ABBYY, just kind of take this as this is more of an education about what is also available just in the marketplace. So ABBYY itself was founded in 1989. It is a software solution house. One of the great things about them, it's not part of some conglomerate like a lot of the other software companies in our industry now are. With all the mergers and acquisitions that have taken place in this space, ABBYY still remains one of the few standalone software houses out there. Over 2,000 employees, they're global, lots of implementations, collecting lots of data. With a lot of big customers and people that you would recognize. So that's the solution we're going to talk about today. And the solution is called FlexiCapture. The idea behind FlexiCapture is I can input any number of documents, and they can be different types, TIFFs, PDFs, JPEGs, whatever they might be. I'm going to look at them. I'm going to determine what type of document that it is. I'm going to extract the data from it. Figure out what type of document that I'm looking at. Once I've done that, I'm going to extract the pertinent data off of that document. And then I'm going to send that along to my workflow, to my imaging system, wherever you might want to send it. So this is a big solution, though, that can really improve the process that you have getting documents into your system and in the organization, getting the data off of them so that you can do something with it to get it processed and completed and turned around. So features of FlexiCapture, it's accuracy and speed. ABBYY actually provides the engine that the majority of software vendors in this space use to read the data off of the documents. So technology is state-of-the-art. It is leader in reading OCR and ICR work. And as I said, most of the big players in this game use their engines to actually read the data off of the documents. Automate the document classification. Figure out what type of document it is. Put the page together that go together. So all the separation that you need to do with patch sheets or barcodes or those things. And pass those along to the appropriate workflow. You can do OCR, ICR, OBR, OMR, and we'll talk a bit more about that, but this is just the base nuts and bolts of getting the data off of the document cleanly so that I can do something with it. This solution will scale from departmental processing all the way up to an enterprise solution. It has kind of a universal support, so we can put a system in place in an organization, and in one department be doing forms processing, maybe enrollment forms. We could be across the hallway doing claims. We could be down in the other building actually reading data off of invoices. So one solution can spread throughout your organization, and it doesn't become a silo within a specific department. It's really a great quality in this solution. Finally, you can run this either as a thick client or a thin client. So if you have remote workers or people in set offices, regional offices, you can actually scan, validate data, do all those things via a web interface, or you can also do it through a thick client on your network. So here's a basic drawing of kind of the system. If you look on the far left, here we have the setup and administration and monitoring. Those are all tools that sit outside the system that we can What happens is we start with the input. So we need the documents into the system. Those can be done by scanning a client. They could be scanned through a web client. They come from an MFP or any type of scanning device that you may have. The other view is we can monitor email addresses. So if you have emails coming into a particular email address, we can always watch that, grab the documents out, and pull them and start them through the process. Full capture, which has become probably in the last 2 years one of the most talked about technologies in the marketplace today, and that is how can I give my workers the ability with their phone to take a document and upload it into the process just like I had scanned it, down the office. So that's a very, very important part of where this technology and really where the business environment is moving, is including mobile technology. So documents input, so we've grabbed them, we run them through the recognition, we determine what document types they are. We person then the opportunity to verify the data that we've collected, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And once that information has been verified, we can export it out to your systems, workflows, databases, whatever they might be. So that's kind of how the system lays out. It gives you some sense of the flow of the process. So going back to what our business challenges are, how do I handle the influx of electronic documents, and how do I continue to handle my scanned documents and faxes? So ABBYY gives you the ability with scan stations to continue to scan paper documents. So as they come to you, they can be scanned either through a client or through a web client to be scanned. You ability to set up all the image cleanup and things of that nature, separation, etc. The thing, get these documents, this really pertains to your electronic documents that are coming to you. So we can have ABBYY monitor folders, some watch folders for documents that are being dropped in as electronic PDFs or JPEGs or TIFFs. We can monitor email addresses, and as those emails come into the address, we can pick those up, grab the attachments, and start them into the process. And again, we also work with all the multifunction machines. So this technology gives you kind of a certain processing that's uniform across all of your business units. It's really a matter of, no matter how it comes to you, it can start it right away and into the process. So that's kind of with these type systems help you manage all that influx of electronic documents. And we'll talk as we go through and how it affects them in other ways. So the second challenge we want to talk a little bit about is I think the time spent identifying document types and prepping documents. So the process is once we scan the documents into the system, we're going to look at them and classify them. And we can determine what they are based on how they look,